One thing, last session, Dewhurst is really active in, together with Senator Williams, really disrupting the session.
Right.
He allowed the Senate to override the 21 vote rule so that they could let the voter ID thing go forward, which in the end stopped up all sorts of bills.
Correct.
Hundreds of bills from both Democrats and Republicans died in that session because of that one move that Dewhurst was in charge of. Is that something that you would do differently if you were faced with that as Lieutenant Governor?
The only thing I take issue with that you just said is one issue. That's an example. Remember, the Lieutenant Governor presides over the Senate. It's the most powerful position in the state. The Texas Constitution is unique and beautiful. The Lieutenant Governor has all the power. He can jam it up or he can make it happen. Dewhurst has taken like a solid stick and stuck it through the spoke of a bicycle, and we've stopped.
Yeah.
And this is the wrong time to stop.
There were bills that were going to insure more children that were stopped up. There were green energy bills that were stopped up to make that political point.
Yeah.
Earlier you mentioned sexual preference, and that is something that here at the Southern Shift, we believe in sexual freedom. We also believe in privacy, and we would never ask a candidate or an elected official anything about their personal lives unless we felt there was a hypocritical stance being taken.
Well, you're going to be asking a lot of politicians about their sexual because there's a ton of hypocrisy in this business.
Well, I was wondering about that because if I remember correctly, David Dewhurst invested a lot of money to defeat Prop 2 back when we had the gay marriage amendment or the gay issue on the constitutional amendment. There was that one PAC called Free PAC, and they were really dirty. They put out some mailers that were, even Republicans were calling the mailers Nazi and completely despicable. But Dewhurst had invested tens of thousands of dollars in that PAC to get that flyer out against gay people.
Right.
Now, I got to tell you, you probably know it as well as I do, but the Texas Observer reported, despite frequent sightings of Dewhurst with young, leggy, blonde women, the candidate is dogged by rumors that he's homosexual. There are insiders, like one veteran at the General Land Office, who swore Dewhurst rarely appears in the office, and when he does, he wears makeup. Now, we wouldn't think that was really relevant on the personal side, except for the fact that he has been campaigning to hurt people who are gay. What do you think about this stance he's taken?
I'd rather take a stance on mine. Again, I agree with you totally. I really don't care what the man's sexuality is. I care what the result is. And yes, he is anti-sexual freedom.
Yes.
It's not part of the job. Here's the mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not running to be a priest or a rabbi. I'm not running to be a marriage counselor or a social worker. I'm running to be a court-ordered person that runs the state, mandated by the people. I follow the Constitution. I thought, correct me, but maybe I'm wrong, I thought we come in a country, and certainly a state, that believes in equal rights. I didn't know equal rights just for some people. So whatever Dewhurst's sexual preference is, don't hold that against him. Don't hold it for him. I don't care. But I am going to debate the son of a gun in a warm room because he does wear makeup. You're going to catch that mascara dripping, baby.
So you don't even think it's a people's business when someone really takes stances against something that they may partake of themselves, and they come out and put money and harm other people.
Oh, it's certainly hypocrisy.
Violate other people's privacy.
You're correct. I mean, I'm not about to call anybody a hypocrite. I'm here to say that I'm here to protect the rights of the people. And that's the job, and people forget that, and we have our rights. We're not entitled to these rights. We have these rights. We shouldn't have to fight for them. Nobody should have taken them away to begin with. So we have to have a stance. These are our rights. We are entitled. This is an entitlement. We're Americans and we're Texans.
And the government takes one freedom away from one person that we don't care about, and the next is the freedom we care about, right?
Absolutely.
It's
We
just a
just
pattern.
cannot violate each other. If
Yeah.
we respect each other, the Texas Constitution is a beautiful piece of work. Now, if you read it, you see that everybody's protected. If you live it, you don't see it.
Right, because a lot of people in power aren't necessarily putting
That's
it
right.
all out there.
That's right. I'm a populist and I'm a constitutionalist. And I believe it's very simple to follow what we need. We have a guideline. We have common sense. I'm not getting into here my personal beliefs on pro-life or reproductive freedom or anything. All I have to do is follow the Constitution. You don't need to know what I think. You need to know that I will follow the letter of the law. That's all there is to it. It's that simple.
Nice. Is there anything else you'd like the people of Texas to know at this point in time?
I would, at this point in time, wish that I had a drum. My fellow Texans, I've come up with a new sandwich. It's called the Little Davey.
Do we have one here?
Yes, we happen to have a Little Davey right here. On starched white bread, it's stuffed bologna. That's a stuffing my chef uses for turkey. It's no mistake that it's in the bologna. This is now the Davey sandwich.
Gotta love it. White bread and full of bologna.
Starched white bread, please, let's be specific.
Oh, very starchy.
Stuffed with bologna.
Marc Katz, you're a joy to be around. I
Thank you,
wish you
dear.
a lot of luck in this election, and I appreciate your time today.
Can I
You're
just
awesome.
give you something to look forward to?
Yes.
The Davey soup.
Uh-oh, coming next.